I met Curtis when he was working on his LLM, and I was getting ready to get my JD. And we didn't know each other that well when we were at Michigan. I got to know Curtis better after we graduated. But there is a story that I think bears telling because it exemplifies who Curtis is. I was studying for getting ready to take the Illinois bar exam. I'm at the place where the exam is being administered, and it's full of people, a sea of faces, none of whom I knew. And I look across the room and I think I see Curtis. But I think to myself, that's not possible. Why would Curtis be taking the Illinois bar exam? I make my way over to this gentleman, and sure enough, it is Curtis. And I immediately ask, why are you here? Because he didn't live in Illinois. And taking the Illinois bar exam, Curtis. He then replied with this broad grin, well, actually, this is my 5th bar exam, at which point I decided I didn't have much else to say to him. I was angry. I had to take 2, and he was on number 5. The man is an endless ball of energy.
You know, he was asked in an interview by the Atlanta Tribune, if you weren't in Atlanta, which is his home, where do you see yourself living? And he unhesitatingly said, Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm just so happy and in love with the University of Michigan. I often refer to it as a heavenly place because of its intellectual environment, focus on environment, quality of life, and culture of bringing people together. So he starts with this loyalty, commitment, respect for our institution, love of it, and that has caused him to give to the University of Michigan Law School in ways that most people do not. Obviously, that has served African American students well over the years, but it served a larger community. It has served the University of Michigan community more broadly. As he says, he loves the University of Michigan, and he's been a constant presence at Michigan, as any of the recent law school deans will tell you, offering his advice and counsel, pressing for diversity initiatives, accepting responsibilities to represent or serve on the law school and the university, and contacting alums on behalf of the law school. So I mean, he's always there. He's this wonderful gnat to have around, pushing us to be better. And that has included African-American initiatives, but it has included the law school more broadly. Curtis is always available, present, skilled, and happy to help.
He helped make law school for me the most positive experience. It's hard, but he really encouraged me and said, you know, you can do this and you can do it well, and you can get clerkships and you can do law review, you can do it all. And I know he's done that for so many of us, but I'm so proud to be able to call him a former boss, a mentor, a personal friend, and an inspiration. He just inspires me to do better in my legal career, and to do better as an alum of Michigan Law School, and to be better as a person.
He has a great deal of belief in the institution, that it allowed him to open doors that he might not have been able to open. And he is always recruiting people to come to Michigan Law. I don't think he ever stops recruiting someone.
Curtis has been a tireless supporter of the University of Michigan Law School. He's been a great advocate of diversity and inclusion. He's been successful. He's had an impact. And it's clear that the University of Michigan Law School is a better place because of Curtis Mack.
Over the course of the 48 or more years that I've known Curtis, I've known that he's got a smile, he's approachable, but as far as being a lawyer, he's tough. He knows what he's doing, and he will leave no stone unturned to get the job done. He's a lawyer's lawyer, as far as I'm concerned. Somebody that I look up to and admire.
Well, as a lawyer, I mean, I think back about some of the cases we worked on together, and there's one in particular that comes to mind where it appeared that there were some significant facts in dispute in the case. And yet we wanted to file for summary judgment, and theoretically, if there are facts in dispute, summary judgment isn't going to succeed. But Curtis came up with a theory that we had a bona fide belief in the facts, and we acted on our bona fide belief, and the plaintiffs in the case had no evidence that our belief wasn't bona fide, and therefore there were really no facts in dispute. And we did succeed in getting summary judgment based on that theory. I mean, that was the kind of lawyer Curtis was, to come up with arguments like that, write a tremendous brief, and convince the court to dismiss the case.
Curtis is a super accomplished labor and employment lawyer. He's worked in the public sector. He has worked in the private sector. He has represented several of the top companies around the country. Curtis has earned the respect of a number of government officials. He's also earned the respect of a number of corporate officials. He's been very successful, very successful. And when Curtis speaks, people listen. And he has had an impact on our profession, beyond any imagination as to the young man that I met in 1972 or 73.
He was always prepared. His arguments were always solid. He was an advocate for his client. He showed such presence and professionalism, even when we had adversaries that would be less professional. He taught me how to stand up for myself as a lawyer by watching him and how he stood up for his clients, and how he made sure that we were prepared for any argument that might come.
He did. He brought fresh thinking and new ideas, and Curtis was always very enthusiastic and upbeat and aggressive as a lawyer, which is something that I appreciate.
And I decided to come to McGuire Woods and work for Curtis, and it was a stellar experience. He taught me so much. In terms of the legal profession, he really taught me that we are a team, and that as the leader of a team, you are the one who takes the brunt of anything when it goes wrong. He's taught me that you never throw anyone under the bus who's on your team. He taught me how to be honest with my clients, how to advise them, how to give them bad news. He taught me so much.
He's willing to help, is willing to give direction. And to say that Curtis has been instrumental, has been a tremendous influence in my life, would be an understatement. Every time something important in my professional career, my professional life as a lawyer came up, Curtis Mack was there helping me. But I also know that it wasn't just me. Curtis Mack has helped a lot of people. He's helped a lot of people. He's been a person that I could go to, I can talk to. He's been a friend, he's been a mentor. But as you can see, Curtis Mack is a Michigan man. Go Blue. He's a Wolverine, and I love him for that.
Do I know of anyone with more Michigan law pride than Curtis? I really do not know anyone with more Michigan law pride of Curtis. In fact, I think I was around Curtis once and he cut his finger, and I saw blue running from his finger.
He has his hat on all the time. He has his sweatshirts on all the time, and he just glows when he talks about the school. That is the presence that you see with Clark. I mean, when he walks in the room, you know it has to be about the University of Michigan.
And so I think that he's one of the institution's biggest fans. And it isn't blindly. I mean, Curtis is a smart man. It's because, as I said a moment ago, he has seen what that foundation did for him when he got his LLM there, the friendships he made, the professors that he had. It made a world of difference to him. And I think he wants to pay it back.
He constantly refers to the phrase, we need to reach back. Thompson, he calls me Thompson. We need to reach back and bring along the next generation. Well, I think that the work that Curtis does at the University of Michigan and with the University of Michigan has a multiplier effect. And he has taught by his example the next generation of lawyers the importance of reaching back and bringing another group of people along with you. And I think that's very important.
His investment in the next several generations behind him has fostered us to know and practice that same mentorship and that same connection. Our African American alumni reunion was one of his ideas with some of his fellow alums, and it was important to us, to him, because it's hard to be something you can't see. And so for African American alumni to come back to Michigan Law School and show those students that are in law school, even those students in undergrad, that they can do it. We've done it. They can do it. They can start their own law firms. They can be CEOs of companies. They can be general counsels of large companies. They can work for the government. When you see African American alumni come back and really focus and concentrate and foster relationships with both law school students and even some undergrads, it is phenomenal. And the reason we do it is because he set that example.
My grandma met him first to a party that they were having, and then she just started talking to him, and he started mentioning the University of Michigan and how much he loves the University of Michigan. And my grandmother was like, well, this is perfect because that's my grandson's dream school. So actually through him, first I started talking to him on the phone, but then one day we met up and he actually started talked about the school and everything that's going on and how the best way to get in, and just basically he just talked about why he loved the University of Michigan. It has meant everything to me, because just the fact that he would call for updates on how I'm doing, after I went to Michigan in January for my audition, he called me right after to know how it went, how I liked it, how I felt about everything that's going on. So it means everything to me that somebody cares enough to somebody who doesn't really know me, who didn't really know me that well, who cares enough to call me and email me and text me just to find out how everything's going. So it means a lot.
Curtis was just a real guy. He was, he was a lawyer, but he was compassionate, but at the same time professional, and is the sort of guy that you'd want to be around. All I can say is that Curtis is the sort of person that you would want on your team, because you know that he was going to do a good job, and he was going to push you to give your very best and do the very best. That's Curtis Mack.
Well, he's distinguished. He is scary smart. He's a really good lawyer. He is extremely well networked, but it's never for his own self-interest. It is always for bettering the people and the institutions that he believes in. And I think I can't imagine a better recipient for that award than Curtis.
Well, first of all, as I said before, Curtis is a tireless supporter of the University of Michigan Law School. He's a great advocate of diversity and inclusion at the law school. He's been very successful at this. And there's no doubt in my mind that the University of Michigan Law School is a better place because of Curtis Mack.
He is not afraid to challenge the law school to be better, to be more diverse, to make sure that we have lawyers that are coming out who are not only competent and have so much potential, but that they have a strong connection to the university to give back. His commitment to the law school and to its students and its faculty is so strong that I can't imagine anyone else being as deserving of the Alumni Award for the law school. There's just no one who has given financially, has given his time, has given his sweat, has brought to the law school stellar students who have gone on to do phenomenal things. There's no one who reaches out to fellow alumni to help them create whatever legal career they want. There's just no one who has given as much of themselves to the law school as an alumni, and he rocks that hat. That Michigan law hat goes everywhere with him. So they know he is committed to the university.
I don't know when I've ever seen him without, I'm wearing this Michigan cap because in honor of Curtis. I've never worn this cap until today. That's probably heresy, but it's the truth.
During even this COVID, my mother made masks for you. So so that you don't even just have to have a hat, you have a mask to match.
I don't think I've seen Curtis without some kind of Michigan insignia on his clothing.
Curtis, congratulations first. I don't think I've ever seen you without a Michigan cap, so I felt duty bound to at least start my words of congratulations in a U of M cap. Mine doesn't fit anymore, but I trust that you get the point.
Curtis, I want to send out my congratulations to you for this tremendous honor, and it's well deserved. And all I can say is there are many other people that are sending you congratulations, but mine is heartfelt, and I want to be able to remember all of the good times we've had together, and all the things that you've done to help me and many others. Congratulations, Curtis. You deserve this award.
Curtis, congratulations on this honor. I can't imagine anybody more deserving. It has been such a pleasure to work with you and to accomplish what we've been able to accomplish with your help. So enjoy it, and again, congratulations.
Uncle Curtis, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for me, as long as the other people that you've helped get into the school. Without you, like, our dreams might not have come true of going to U of M. So just thank you for everything, and you really, truly deserve this award.
Well, Curtis, I was very pleased to hear that you're getting this award. It's well deserved. You're a great lawyer. I know you've been a great Michigan supporter. We'll overlook the Michigan State part for now. I know, as we were saying, you've been a mentor to students. You've taught at Michigan. You've donated to Michigan athletics and to the law school. And it's great to see you get this kind of recognition.
I'm so excited that you are getting the praise that you deserve for all that you've done for the law school and for the alumni of the law school and for the students of the law school. I can't tell you how proud I am of you, how proud I am to call you my friend and to call you my mentor.
And Curtis, I want to congratulate you on this much deserved recognition and honor. And I want to thank you for all that you've done for the University of Michigan Law School. And Curtis, I want to thank you, most importantly, for being my friend for a lifetime.
I'd like to end my remarks with the words of George Bernard Shaw, because I think he captures Curtis in ways that I could never do justice. So if you'll bear with me. This is the true joy of life, being used for a purpose recognized by you as a mighty one, being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch that I've got a hold of for the moment. And I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it off to future generations. That's Curtis Mack. Thank you.